Hey babes, my name is Jessica and this is my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope you enjoy, and if you do, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe down below and turn on your post notification bell so you can be notified the next time I post a new video. Today I want to show you guys how to create a volume fan. If you are just trained in classic, you only do classic, and you want to learn how to do volume, this is the video for you. I was thinking back to when I first started doing volume, and I'm self-taught, guys. So I started learning how to do classic lashes and how to perfect my craft in a lash lounge when I worked in Vegas. But then I was moving to Memphis when I was barely starting how to learn how to do volume, and I kept practicing on my own. I've only trained 2 times in volume. One was with BORBOLETA and the other one was with MAVEN, but that's about it. Everything else I've been self-taught. So today I'm going to show you guys what are the products I recommend you guys getting if you guys don't know how to do volume and you just want to practice at home before you take a training, or you just want to keep practicing. I'm going to show you guys the products and just items that I feel like you should get to practice to learn how to do volume lashes. The first thing you are going to need is lashes. If you are already offering classic lashes, you're not going to be able to use those lashes to create a volume fan. If you're not familiar with the diameters, I'll have a video up here where I go over diameters, lengths, curls, all that good stuff. But what we're going to need today is 0.07 lashes. I also recommend a C curl. C curls are a little bit easier. They're not too curled like a D. They're not too like flat. They're like the perfect curl. So the ones I'm using today are by EBL. I personally love Borboleta OG lashes, and I'm starting to really like the EBL ones. I'll have them linked down below. So 0.07 lashes. Anything above that I would not recommend. I might have heard someone somewhere say that they use a 0.10 to create volume fans. I might be mistaken, and hopefully I am, but a 0.10 I feel like is too thick for a volume fan. So 0.07 is easy to fan out in my opinion. Anything thinner than this is going to be a little bit challenging. So start with your 0.07. Second thing you're going to need is adhesive, but if you've already been doing lashes, you already have this. So any type of adhesive, somewhere to place your adhesive. It really depends on you. I love using adhesive rings. This one in particular has 2 little wells, so your adhesive stays in a little dome easier than the big ones that kind of disperse your adhesive. So an adhesive ring, or you can use these are like a little adhesive flowers. You put your adhesive in the middle, and then these little wells on the side are very helpful to create your volume fans. I'll have these linked down below in my Amazon storefront, or even just like a little jade stone. A jade stone is perfect to create that well, and then you can see how much you're dipping in as well, because these you kind of don't really see how much adhesive you are placing on your extension. Like you don't see that well how much you're dipping in, but with the jade stone you can see exactly how far your extension is going into your little adhesive dome. You're gonna of course need tweezers. I have seen some people place classic lashes with a boot tweezer. So if you're someone that already has that type of tweezer, like a boot tweezer or any type of volume tweezer, but you're using it to place classic lashes, that's good. You don't need to go out and purchase one. But if you just have like these type of tweezers that are more straight tweezers, you're going to want to go out and purchase a boot tweezer. Personally, those are my favorite. That's how I'm going to show you guys how I create my volume fans. This one has become one of my recent faves. It's by MAVEN, this little boot tweezer right here. She does hand test all her tweezers, so you're gonna know you're gonna have a great tweezer. And I do have a lot of 𝒀𝑗 tweezers here that I have not tested out. She sent me a lot of her tweezers that I do want to start trying out. I think I've used a tweezer like this before by Lash Icon, the little boot that's similar to this. Can you guys see? And this is a really good one for like mega volume, but today we're practicing volume. So I personally recommend a boot tweezer for volume. You're gonna want some PROMADE fan storage stickers. These are by Maven. They cost $23. What I really like about hers is that they have like the curl on the side and all the way down here. So these are B. The length is 5 millimeters, and you can just know exactly what you're using. These as well, these are by Lash Anarchist. These are a little bit longer and they only have the length of them, which is also good. It has the length all the way throughout. And how you use these is you get a palette. This one is actually extra large by Top Shelf Beauty. I'm not sure if she still has it on her website, but I know Maven, she has a Lay Low palette that's extra large. I'm not sure if it's this big though. So what you do is you will peel off the little sticker and you'll apply it to your lash palette. Once you make your fans, you can save them so you can visually see how better you're getting. What you can also use is double-sided tape. That's what I did on the top right here. It's just double-sided tape. You place your tape down and then you can put your fans on top. You can also buy some Scotch tape or some of these are magic dots by iMagic, and what they are is some, it's kind of double-sided as well, but it's more gummy than the tape. The tape is actually super thin and these are pretty thick, so you can create your volume fans off of this. I feel like a lot of people find it easier to fan off a little bubble. I'm gonna show you guys how to use these as well. So Scotch tape or little bubbles. I know Borboleta also carries like little circle bubbles like this on their website as well. A lash spoolie, I'm sure you guys already have this if you guys are doing classic lashes, but you want one specifically for your volume fans. You don't want to use the one you're using on your guest to fluff out your fan, your strip lashes. You want one specifically to, you know, shimmy the fans so they don't get stuck. It's a little bit easier for you to fan. I have these that I bought on Amazon and they just have like a little case. I have this one specifically for shimmying and, you know, opening up my volume fan. So it's in this little case, doesn't get dusty or anything like that. These next items are optional. You don't need them, but they will definitely help you. You can purchase a ROXI girl from SoCal Beauty. So her actual eyelashes are magnetic. These are so you can create your own magnetic lash strips. They come with like, what is it called? Magnetic liner. But this is amazing to practice volume fanning because you're going to isolate and it's just going to be easy. They come like this. As you can see, they're kind of like transparent. You can't even see them because they're so light. But let me take them off. So can you see there? That's how they come. And then you isolate, you place your fans, and it's going to be easier for you to also create shapes and things like that and actually see them. So like I said, it's her name is Roxy from SoCal Beauty. This is some that are already made. So this is going to be fun and helpful for you to actually place the lashes as well. If you don't want to buy ROXI Girl, just go to the 99-cent store, purchase yourself some sponges. Even if you do buy ROXI Girl, I do highly suggest you practice on a sponge. It's going to help you tremendously by you seeing if your dipping in the adhesive is not consistent. So if you're not being consistent with the dipping, you will see. You're going to see some bubbles of adhesive. Some don't have adhesive that much, and this is just going to be very helpful. Another one that's a little bit more bougie than the just makeup sponges from the 99-cent store is this by Maven. I'll have them linked down below for you, but this is the number 5. I'm sure she has a lot more, I think. So this is just like a what is it? Laminated, guys, I can't talk today. A laminated sheet, and you can use an expo marker to practice your mapping as well. It already says right here, round, modified round, kitten, cat eye, and it has like the little sections where you will place like, let's say 12 millimeters, 11, 10, 9, and then you go in with some of these. These are like little makeup sponges as well, but they're cut out into some eyes, and you just place them right under, and then you create your little fans like that. If you don't want to purchase ROXI Girl or the little sponges with Maven, still go out and purchase some of these at the 99-cent store so you can see your adhesive, I don't know how to talk, your adhesive consistency. But you can also just get a cup. Any cup will do. Pull out a hair from your head and then place it right here with tape, and you can do your placement. That's another way to practice volume fanning, but let's get into it. Once you set up your working area, all your items are close by, make sure to sit down in a comfortable position, pop on a podcast or even an audiobook so you can get in the zone. You can relax while you're creating your fans. The audiobook I'm going to recommend you guys today is called Reconciliation: Healing the Inner Child. The author's name, I am not even going to try to pronounce it. I'll have it in the description box for you guys so you guys could check it out if you're interested. I'm going to start by using a jade stone. I always place tape on top of my jade stone, so whenever I need to replace my adhesive drop, I don't need to soak my jade stone in acetone for 20 to 30 minutes to remove the adhesive. I can just peel the tape off and place new tape and drop a new drop of adhesive. So anytime you're using a jade stone, you can definitely do that. Place some tape on top so you don't have to soak your jade stone. I'm going to use my spoolie to fluff up the volume fan lashes. So because the extensions are super thin, sometimes they do stick at the tips and make it a little difficult for you to fan them out. So just with your spoolie, fluff them up and you'll be ready to go. I want you guys to get comfortable with holding the volume tweezer in these areas, tilting it back, tilting it forward. So whenever you are picking up the extensions, you're able to tilt and it's easy for you to create your fans. And when you're placing, you also want to be able to tilt so you get a good attachment, a good placement as well. So to start, if you've never done any type of volume work, start by creating 2D fans. You don't want to go in there and try to create a 7D, 10D fan if you've never created a fan before. It's going to be very difficult. Start with little baby fans, a 2D, 3D, 4D. Practice these, and once you're comfortable opening up the extensions to create a fan, then you could go in and create bigger fans. So what I do is I pick up a little bundle of extensions, and the method I love to use is this one right here that is called fanning off the strip. All it means is you're picking up a bundle, placing it back on the strip, and creating your fan this way. There's multiple ways that people create fans, but this is the way I do, and I feel like this is a good beginner-friendly way of creating fans. So I'm going to show you guys. If your fan closes, that's okay. Just with your tweezer, open it up. Don't worry about having them all even. Just worry about creating your fans. So you pick up a little bundle, you place it on the strip, you kind of roll your tweezer at the base of the extensions, and they should pop right open for you because you shimmied with the spoolie. They should be easy to fan out. Anything thinner than a 0.7, it gets really hard to fan out. So start with these lashes that I recommended, 0.07 and a C curl. I'm going to show you guys once again how to pick up your fans. This is going to be a 2D. So I pull up, place it down, and at the base where the strip is, I kind of like tap it, and it should open up. If it doesn't open up, especially with the bigger fans like a 3D, 4D, I'm going to show you how to do that. So start by picking up like around the middle. Once you lift up a little bundle, I go a little bit closer to the base. I place it down and I shimmy them to the left. And if they don't open up, as you can see this one did, I pinch. Always with like my 3, 4D, those are the ones that I start pinching, and this is how you pinch. I'll show you once I pick up a 4D right now. You pick up, you go closer to the base, place it back down on the strip, you shimmy them to the left, and then you kind of pinch. You grab your tweezers and just pinch so they can open up. Death grip, hold it really tight, pull towards you, dip it in some adhesive, and place it on your sponge. Hold it a little bit, and that's your fan, guys. Keep practicing, and I'm sure you guys are going to be pros at creating fans. Look at those little itty bitty fans. Now I'm going to show you guys how to use magic dots. These are by iMagic. They're just, again, like double-sided, very foamy, thick tape. I always cut them in half because you're not going to use the whole circle. You're going to use like the edge of one. So anytime they start losing their grip from you creating so many fans, you can replace them. I like to place my little sticky dots on my lash palette. You just remove the little film it has, and then you can start creating your fans off of this. It's going to be the same method. You want to create small little fans, a 2D, 3D, 4D. What you do here is, instead of creating it on the strip, you're creating the fan on this little bubble. So what you want to do is pick up a bundle of extensions. Once you pick up your bundle of extensions, you place them on top of the little sticky dot. You just place it kind of taut there, and then the same method, I shimmy them to the left and then start pinching them to the right so it can open up and create the little fan. Death grip, meaning you hold really tight and then you just pull away, and that's how you create your little fan. Again, placing them on the sponge just so you can see how much adhesive you're placing on the extension, and you can start being a little bit more cautious of how much adhesive you actually need. So placing them on the bubble, as you can see, one stayed behind, and that is okay. Making your little fan and then just pulling it off. And that's how you create your little fan. Now I'm going to show you with the Scotch tape. It's the same as the little dot that I just showed you. I also cut these in half because, as you've seen earlier, we only use a little bit of the tape. So using a full-on square, you're just going to run out of this item quicker than if you just cut it in half. Pick up your fan, place it right on top. You shimmy to the left and you kind of pinch to the right to create your fan. Squeeze really hard and pull away. Again, placing it right in there, letting it go, shimmying to the left, shimmying to the right, squeezing and pulling away. You should definitely try to create your fans with me. So if you guys still have a hard time, play this video on your phone, on an iPad, right by your workstation so you can see the little movements that I am doing. I move my tweezer back and forth, like towards me, towards the back, so I can grab the extension properly. But as you can see, this is not consistent at all. I was just placing them on there. I was just like, let's do these fans. Let me just get in the motion of things. And plus, recording and fanning is kind of hard, you know. It's so far away from me. So now I'm going to show you guys with this little flower dot. It's kind of the same as a glue ring, but it has the wells on the side. So once you dip your adhesive in the middle, you can swipe the base of the fan into those little divots, and it just kind of pinches the fan. So if you do ever pick up a fan that is not, what is it called, like pinched at the base, it'll pinch it for you. So creating your fan and then just putting them into the divots, it's going to help bring those hairs together. Right now, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to pick up a fan that I didn't do properly and that the base of them is kind of split, and I'm going to show you guys how you guys can fix it. So as you can see, the base of that is like not connected at all. You dip in the adhesive, you kind of swipe back and forth and kind of lightly loosen the grip. Don't let it go, but lightly loosen the grip, and you can see with you swiping back and forth in those divots, the extension closes and is good. So you can place on your client's natural lash. This is what you want to work on. You want to work on the adhesive the base of them being pretty symmetrical. As you can see, some of them are not the same. You want to keep practicing on a sponge so you can see if the extension, if you're dipping into the glue a little bit too much, you can see the placement and all that good stuff. I really love practicing on sponges. It just helps me be a little bit more consistent. But as you can see, there's parts where I was not consistent. You want to make sure they're all lining up, but with practice comes perfect. Let's get a little fancy. I'm going to use the MAVEN practice sheets and her little practice petals. These are in the shape of an eye, so it's just a little bit cuter, a lot more fun. But it's going to be the same effect. You want to practice on a sponge so you can see how much adhesive you're dipping your fan in, because there's more extensions. You have to be a little bit more aware of like the wicking, which means when you dip the extension into the adhesive, it kind of like absorbs a lot of product. It kind of goes up the base of your fan. So using sponges, it's going to help you be more aware of how much you're dipping your fan into the adhesive. I personally like to scoop. As you can see, I'm kind of like scooping like an ice cream scoop. And when I'm when I'm fanning on a guest, I actually love to place the extensions on the bottom of the natural lash. So when your guest opens, if they have blonde lashes, it's a little bit more intense. It's more dark. You're not seeing any of her natural lashes. So dipping, I'm showing you guys how not to dip and how crazy it'll look on the sponge if you are not being consistent with the dipping of the adhesive. So as you can see, the beginning, it's a little bit better, more consistent. You can do like 2 rows, 3 rows, but then here I dipped a little bit too crazy. You can see how the sponge absorbed adhesive and it kind of like created little bubbles on the side. So definitely practicing on any type of sponge is going to help you perfect your craft. We are just challenging ourselves today. So now we are going to use a ROXI girl. She's from SoCal Beauty. If you are a classic lasher, you're already a little bit more comfortable holding 2 tweezers. You're comfortable placing a lash. But now what you're going to have to learn to do is isolate, create your fan, and place. I want you to focus on the way I'm holding my tweezers, my boot tweezer. In each single clip, I'm holding it a little bit different, and that is just because the way that I picked up the fan, it's a little bit different. So I want to make sure that the base of my fan, where the adhesive is, has a good attachment to the natural lash, aka strip lash right now. So you can skip back and see all these 3 placements. I was holding my tweezer at different angles, again, just so I can have a good attachment. And using ROXI girl is going to be easy for you to like tilt her head to the side and see if your attachment is good. I'm also going to show you guys what you don't want to do. You don't want your side profile to look like this. The tip of the extension is just not even really placed on correctly on the natural lash, aka strip lash. This one that I'm holding is good attachment. That's a good placement. You want to tug it to the side and see that it's placed correctly. This one is going to pop off whenever she brushes. There's going to be makeup that could get caught on there. So just with these strip lashes, it's a little bit easier for you to like isolate and place. But if you don't want to get ROXI girl, I'm going to show you guys what to do. Grab 2 pieces of tape. You want to grab a piece of your hair, and then you want to also grab a cup. Any cup will do. You tape one side of your hair down, and then you tape the other side down. This way is a lot more cost effective than using the ROXI girl. It's going to teach you how to place the extension. You're going to be able to pick up the cup, see it from the side, see if your placement is good, and you can continue to practice this way. I'm sure all of you guys have hair and cups around your house, so it's going to be easy for you to practice. Again, start with little fans. You don't want to go crazy overboard doing a 10D. Practice 2Ds, 3Ds, 4Ds. Pick up the cup, look at it from the side, see if you placed them properly. If you need to go back and look at this video again, go to my Instagram. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, but this is just gonna help you see your placement and that they're not flopping all over the place. Now that you're more comfortable and you want to actually save your fans to potentially use on your friend or someone, pull out these pre-made storage strips. These are by Lash Anarchist. They look like this. You can peel them off the little paper thing they come in. Once you place them on your tile, you just remove this extra step and now it's sticky. So you create your fan, and to save them, you just dip a little bit in adhesive, kind of pinch them so they can dry, and then your fan won't collapse. You place it on the little silver sticky thing and your fans are ready to be saved. I personally hand make my volume fans as I go with my guest, but as a beginner, I would have loved to have something like this so I can save my fans versus having them all thrown in the trash. These are amazing and I highly recommend them. They don't fall. Like, you place your fan on there and it's sticky enough where it doesn't fall, but if you want to take your fan off of it, it's so easy. And instead of just having your fans like in a little pod and they're just like falling all over their place and looking crazy, you could have them nice and organized by size. And with the MAVEN ones, you could even have them organized by curl and things like that. So this is definitely very helpful. These by MAVEN are so fun, so cute and colorful. She labeled them by curl, also by length, versus the ones by Lash Anarchist are only length. These are color coded and so cute, but it's the same thing. You just peel it off and put it on your strip. You take off that little other strip that's on top, and then you can place your fans on there. Pull them off. It's so easy. Your fans are not collapsed, and just place them back on the little strip and they are nice to be saved. I'm also going to show you guys, you can do this with double-sided tape. I would love to show you guys more affordable ways too, just in case you guys don't want to spend an arm and a leg to practice. These are easy ways that you can just go to Target, buy it, and start practicing today. So it's just double-sided tape. I just kind of tap my finger around because double-sided tape is a little bit intense, more than the Lash Anarchist and the MAVEN ones, but it's the same thing. You just place your fans on there. You can pull them off. It's not going to collapse them. You close your little fan storage and your fans are nice and saved. I'm going to show you guys that. Look, boom, I'm tapping really hard on my desk and the fans are not moving, like, at all. They don't move a single budge. So that's how you can save your PROMADE fans. And you can also use a smaller lash tile if you do not have like an extra large one. You can just place these on a regular sized lash tile. If you have the Lash Anarchist ones, just cut them in half and you can place them on a regular sized lash tile as well. And of course, with the tape, just cut it to the size of your lash tile. So I hope you guys learned a little something about how to create volume fans. Keep practicing. You got this, girl. If you have any questions for me, leave it in the comments down below, or check me out on my Instagram at 𝑗essicaVXO, the same way it's spelled here. You can ask me live. I go live every Tuesday, so Wednesday. So tomorrow I'll be live on Instagram, and if you have any questions for me, you can ask me live. I'll answer them for you. So go check me out on Instagram. If you enjoyed, don't forget to share this video with a lash friend. Let's all get in our volume lash game. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down so I can know. Subscribe down below and turn on your post notification bell so you can be notified the next time I post a new video. And until then, bye my loves. You can also subscribe to my channel. Click the face that popped up and you're subscribed to my channel. And if you want to watch 2 other videos before you head out, you can click them right here. I love you. Bye.